With that, let's check in with 13 Action News reporter Brenna Nye. She's standing by at that starting point. Brenna, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Claire, it's pretty crazy down here. If you can hear me, I can barely hear myself. They've got music, they've got a DJ, they've got people talking, and I'm actually going to step out of the way so you can kind of see what's going on around me. There's kind of a lot going on. People are lining up, taking selfies, getting ready. The traffic was really crazy as well. So if you're planning on coming down here to support, you just make sure to brace yourself for the traffic. It is very, very crazy. And the race kicks off, like Claire said, in about 15 minutes. People are getting ready. We're going to be out here all morning and keeping you updated about the race. And I give props to these people because I barely made it up the hill. So the fact they're running a whole marathon, I give them all the credit. So like I said, we'll keep you updated all morning. Claire, back to you.
And we don't want to miss it. Brenna, what's going on behind you?
Yeah, Claire, I'm going to get out of the way so you can see it because it's literally about to start. They're getting ready.
This is going to be the elite field.
Okay, this is the elite field. I was just told that's getting ready to go. We just had the wheelchairs leave. So I'm just going to let you kind of listen to what's going on.
At the 47th Annual Mercy Health Glass City Marathon. I am Jim Widener, Chief Operating Officer of Mercy Health Toledo, and I'm excited to be standing here as you get set to race this U.S. Track and Field certified course and sanctioned race. Today is a culmination of a lot of hard work and training, and the team at Mercy Health is once again ready to be here again to offer and cheer you on. Since partnering with Toledo Roadrunners 9 years ago, our team of physicians, physical therapists, athletic trainers, volunteers, have been at the ready throughout the race.
Yeah, they're getting ready right now. These are the elite runners that are getting ready to run, and they're about to run in a couple of seconds.
It will be a warm run.
It will be a warm run, just like they said. Dan was talking about all morning. It's going to be a little bit of a toasty one, but they are getting ready to go.
So celebrate yourself as you start this race. Wind through our beautiful community.
All right, we're going to check back in with her in just a second. They're getting those, what would you call it? Not closing arguments, but those remarks. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. We're going to take a look at that time saver traffic. Really, all we're seeing is that purple sort of in the middle bottom of your screen. Those are the Douglas Road and Bancroft closings that we were expecting due to this Glass City Marathon. But otherwise, roadways looking mostly green, which is good news. We'll check back out there in just a minute. But again, we're waiting for that moment when they start. Hold on, let's listen in here.
Let us pray. God, thank you for the gift of this day, of our bodies, minds, and hearts. We ask that you bless this community of athletes with whom we run and compete. We ask you to bless also the inner
Looks like they're saying a prayer of some sort, getting ready, getting in the mindset, right?
Give us the grace to face any pain or self-doubt with courage and endurance.
It's intense out here, Claire. I'll tell you that right now. It's pretty intense.
This day and always.
Well, it's those final moments. Got to get mentally prepared. Here we go.
All right. 6:34. 10 seconds. Countdown. 10 seconds. All right, we'll count them down. Everybody's ready to go for 3, 2, 1, and they're off! Yay! The Glass City Marathon is officially underway in 2024. It feels like New Year's Eve out here, you guys. This is crazy. The energy is up. Everybody is ready to go. It's going to be a little warm today for the run, but everybody is ready and excited.
All right, Brenna, thank you so much again. She will be out there all morning, so make sure you're staying tuned with us. Marathon. Let's check in with our 13 Action News reporter, Brenna Nye, who's live. Brenna, let's talk about where you are and what can we expect for today?
Yeah, Claire, so these marathoners are coming in full strength, and I've been told that the elite runners have already gone, and everybody else is kind of mixed in. But to talk more about it, who's more knowledgeable, here is Jeff Gibbs. He's with the course operations of the marathon. So, Jeff, tell me what the Glass City Marathon is. Why do we do this run every year?
Well, we do it because it's a really historical race. It's been going on here in Toledo since 1971. at various courses and that sort of thing. Last 10 years or so, of course, the race has really grown. Right now, we've got about 1,500 runners running the marathon and about 7,500 people in all the events over the course of the weekend.
And you told me that there's multiple races going on, right?
Correct. Yesterday we had a 5K, the Savage 5K. Today we're doing the Mercy Health full marathon, the Owens Corning half marathon, and then there's also a relay where 5 runners get together and do a relay and run the full course.
Okay, so lots of things going on with the relay. Tell me about the people. We had heard somebody earlier come from Cleveland. Why is this such an important? Why do people come to the Glass City Marathon?
A couple of reasons. First of all, it's a well-run, well-organized race. It's also a pretty fast course. It's a flat course, so a lot of people that come here, they're trying to get a Boston Marathon qualifier time, come here because it is a pretty quick course.
Okay, and what is your favorite part about days like today?
I love seeing the runners. It's a joy to see the runners come through and smiling and celebrating their accomplishments. The thing I really like about today, though, is that we designate first-time marathoners with a different color bib. And to see those first-timers come through the finish line is really, really rewarding. They're excited, happy, and really recognizing the challenge that they went through.
Okay, Jeff, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you'll ever see me in a yellow bib, but we'll see. Maybe sometime down the line I'll get there. But like we've been saying all morning, we'll be out here. We'll see some runners when they end, and you've seen they've come through, and everybody's just excited to be here. Claire, back to you.
Teen Action News reporter Brenna Nye live with her hood up. Brenna, what are the elements and where are you?
Yeah, Claire, so we've once again moved locations. We're at the finish line now inside the Glass Bowl, and it literally in the last 30 seconds just started raining. So props to those runners running out in the elements. We just talked about weather, and same with Dan, but I'm going to turn it over to Clint McCormick, who is the race director. So Clint, we talk about these conditions. People are still here running. Why is that?
Well, they've been training for 6 months or more to do this, and it really is an accomplishment. Quite honestly, the wet weather is a lot better than the heat and the wind. So right now is actually quite ideal. I think it's keeping the temperatures a little bit cooler than what people anticipated. So from a medical and a participant perspective, I think we kind of like that.
Absolutely. And we talked earlier with Jeff about, why the Glass City Marathon is so important. What's kind of your take on that? Why do people come from so far to run this marathon?
Yeah, so we've really developed this race into one of the fastest marathons in the country, and we have people from all around really coming here to qualify for the Boston Marathon. So that's one of the kind of the signature races that people want to get into, and it takes a fast course to do that.
And you just told me I'm going to let you say the number, but what did this race kind of start as, and what does it become now?
Yeah, so we have over 7,000 people running this weekend. 15 years ago, it was about 700 people. We put a great committee together and a good vision, a lot of business planning, brought some sponsors in that really kind of kickstart it. And over the last 15 years, have really grown this into a regional and national destination.
Mm-hmm. And you even said yourself, people train for this marathon. What does it mean after today? What do we do tomorrow?
Tomorrow we sleep. Yeah, both us who are working it and those who are running. Certainly they've put everything they have, the last 18 weeks or so into this race, and it's quite humbling, and it's going to be here emotional at the finish line. Watch people come through and kind of getting that sense of accomplishment.
And the last question that I have for you is, what's your favorite part of today?
The finish line, absolutely. We're going to start seeing people come through here in the half marathon any minute now. Think about it. 64 minutes into the race, they just covered 13 miles. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Clint, so much. Like we've been saying all morning, this is things that I could not do, and we're actually going to be here at the finish line for the rest of the morning, so make sure you stay tuned, and we'll kind of see those people coming through and accomplishing a major milestone in their life. Claire, back to you.
A major milestone indeed. Brenna Nye, thank you so much, live from the Glass Bowl there at the University of Toledo.
Yeah, Claire, I'm going to get out of the way because the winner is just about across the finish line, and I want to make sure that we don't miss it. They've actually, on the video board in here, they've been kind of tracking him, and they have a live picture on him. They've got the banner ready to go. They're kind of starting to separate the finish line between the half marathoners and the marathoners, because now they will kind of all be coming in at one time. The time right now is 2 hours and 26 minutes. That is way impressive. I could never ever do that. And he, I know, is on campus. I was told just a few minutes ago that there was actually a three-way kind of tie, that the three runners were kind of bouncing back and forth. They were kind of volleying between each other. So they are getting ready. on the big board. It looks like he is rounding. He's coming around the corner right now, and we are waiting to see him from where we are. They're still kind of trying to separate people from being in the right lane. Oh, we see him. He's coming into the metal gates that are set up. And we're waiting momentarily. This is a very tense situation out here, you guys, but he will be here very soon. A pretty good time, like I said, 2 hours, about 2.5 hours. That's pretty impressive for anything I've ever seen. All right, and he's in the cones. He's in the red, the Toledo Runners Club red. And we will see him. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, we're waiting on him. Oh, I see the bike. I see the front bike. And he's rounding the corner. And I see him running into the stadium on the top board. Oh, and we just switched over. And here we go, the winner of the Glass City Marathon about to cross the finish line. Here we go, everybody's cheering him on, the winner of the Glass City Marathon with a time of the 2 hours and 28 minutes. Pretty well getting his medal right now. Pretty impressive stuff out here, and people are still kind of coming in, and in the next half hour we will try and actually talk to him, so make sure you stay tuned.
A lot going on over at the Glass Bowl. Brenna, thank you so much. Turning now to some continuing coverage.
Claire, it's really wet out here. It's raining, it's disgusting, but Derek Stone here did not let that stop him from winning the Glass City Marathon. Derek, congratulations. How does this feel?
Thank you. It was a great day today. I came in not knowing how I felt. I had some Achilles tendonitis leading into the race. This morning, I just decided I was going to race the race and see what happens. I led the first few miles. I was quickly overtaken about mile 5, and I knew it was going to be a pretty tough day from there. I had to stop briefly and walk at mile 14, and again at 15, took in some nutrition, and decided it was just time to get to the finish line. And started overtaking the runners that passed me. And by about 3 miles ago, I saw the leader and decided I was going to make a pass around 2 miles ago and just put a big push in to take the victory.
And you did it. And how long did you train for this marathon?
So I train, I guess I'd say I train all year round. So I predominantly train for triathlons, community triathlons. And this winter, my family, we had a lot of illnesses with little ones and things like that. So took some time off of swimming and cycling and focused on marathon build. So, this was like about a 12-week build for this race. But I mean, I train year round.
Right.
So, but 12 weeks dedicated to this race.
Awesome. And what is next? Like, what do you do now that you can say that the Glass City Marathon is on your resume?
Yeah, so this was a special win, especially running through the Metro Parks. So the mansion in the Metro Parks, it's where I proposed to my wife. So the second time around, I knew like I had what it takes to take the victory, and that'd be a pretty cool moment, So that was going through my head. But next will be 70.3 Ohio in Sandusky, Ohio, and so I'll race that in July, and I'll do some local races as well, either triathlons or running events as well.
Awesome. Well, Derek, congratulations. This is something that you have over me. I could never do this, so I give you props. That was super awesome and super impressive, so thank you. I appreciate it. All right, and we've been out here all morning. Hopefully the rain is going to clear up, and we'll just watch the rest of these finishers throughout the rest of the day. Claire, back to you.
Very exciting day. Congrats to those of you who ran and who finished.
Glass City Marathon. More than 7,000 of them braving the elements, a little bit of rain this morning, participating in one of multiple simultaneous races, including, of course, the full marathon, along with a half marathon, relay race, and a 5K. We spoke with one determined Ohioan who's adding Glass City Marathon winner to his resume.
This morning, the goal is to race the race and see what happens. And if I got top 3, that was going to be a victory for me. And there's a lot of shuffling around out there with the top 5 guys. And, with the last 2 miles ago, taking that lead and making the big push to the finish line was pretty special.
His finishing time, 2 hours, 28 minutes, pace of around 6 minutes per mile. More from the finish line coming up later in sports.